Hello students, today we are going to learn a new lesson, changes around us. Here you already know about physical change and chemical change in your earlier classes. Most probably changes takes place around us all the times. We can take an example. If we heat a water, it starts evaporating. It changes from liquid to gas. This is a physical change because there is no. Let us look at another change, that is when objects made of iron are exposed to moist conditions. A reddish brown new substance is called rust forms. So this is a chemical change. Let us now see what happens when we apply heat to the substance. Upon heating, particle arrangement within the state of matter gets disturbed. The disturbance is either an expansion or a contraction. When heated or cooled, the object may expand or contract, but the mass remains the same. You mind this point. The changes, if we give higher temperature, means it results in melting and boiling. If we reduce the temperature of the substance, means freezing and condensation takes place. But in both the cases, when we increase the temperature, expansion happens. Decrease the temperature, contraction happens. So the melting, boiling, freezing all are the change of state only. All changes are physical changes. So let us now see some physical changes and the reason why they are simply physical changes. In physical changes, physical property only change, but its chemical property remains same. For example, wet cloths. If we dry the wet cloths, means no changes takes place, and just the water in this wet cloths evaporate. That's all. So these changes are called physical changes. And like that also glowing bulb. If we switch on the when a rubber band is stretched, it elongates. However, when then stretching is stopped, the rubber band comes back to its original state and also shape. This is an example for physical change. What are the characteristics of physical changes means? One by one we will see. During a physical change, no new substance is formed. Ice cubes melts and form water. In both ice and water, what is the chemical composition? H2O. Two hydrogen atoms and oxygen atom is present in ice also and also in water. So in physical change, the chemical properties of a substance do not change. In physical change, the physical properties such as color, shape, size of a substance may undergo change. For example, cutting of vegetables. If we cut a lady's finger, means it produces pieces of lady's finger only. So these are the properties of physical change. Now we are going to learn about some changes of state. You know what is melting? A solid comes to liquid, means it is melting. When gas is formed from the liquid, means that is the vaporization. Then a liquid becomes solid, means it's freezing. The gas becomes liquid, means it is condensation. A solid undergoes sublimation. That is, solid becomes gaseous state without forming a liquid. So for this, one by one we will see. Melting. Melting is a change of a solid into its liquid state, and it happens by heating. But freezing is a change of liquid into solid state, and it happens by cooling. There are two types of vaporization: boiling and evaporation. The first one, boiling, is by heating. Then second is vaporization, is a natural method. Example for vaporization is drying clothes and drying fish. Evaporization technique is used. It is used to separate dissolved solids from a solid liquid mixture. This technique extract salt from seawater in salt pans. Shallow level of seawater is impounded. Slowly the water evaporates due to the action of sun. Ultimately salt deposits over the ground. We can understand. So evaporation is a slow process and occurs only at the surface of a liquid. This is a physical change. Only a change in state takes place during the freezing of water to form ice, but no new substance is formed. So the freezing of water is also a physical change. See the diagram here. In a liquid, particles have some distance between them, but in a solid, the liquids are closely packed by the strong force of attraction between them. So solid needs some temperature to break this attractive force. Then only liquid is formed. Next we go switch on to condensation. We should observe that the plate that covers the cooked food items in our home. Our mom opens the lid of the cooker means inside the lid some water droplets are there. So where it comes, how it comes? It comes from the water vapor in the rice cooking time. So condensation happens when molecules in a gas cool down. So molecules in a gas, that is the steam in the cooker, cools down to form a liquid. So condensation is the conversion of gas into its liquid state. The liquid obtained after condensation can be converted back into gas on heating. So condensation is also a physical process. So evaporation is the changing of liquid into gas state and it happens by heating. Condensation is the change of gas into its liquid state and it happens by cooling. So sublimation is the process in which a solid converted directly into gas called sublimation. Example for this is camphor. So we can understand this by using one activity. Take some camphor in a porcelain dish and cover it with a clean glass funnel. Close the mouth of the funnel with a small amount of cotton wool. Heat the contents in the dish. We will see the camphor changes into a vapor state without becoming a liquid. So this is the sublimation. Next one is crystallization. This is also the physical change. The process of cooling a hot concentrated solution of a substance to obtain crystals is called crystallization. The example for this is crystallization is a method of separation as well as a method of purification. We also know that the seawater contains salt dissolved in it and the salt can be separated from seawater by the process evaporation. But this is not a good technique because the soluble impurities do not get removed in the process of evaporation. But in crystallization, the soluble impurities are removed. In this class, we discussed about some physical changes. We will see in next class about chemical changes. Thank you, students.